Greetings, royal family. All right, these loving hip hop people over there in New York, right? This is episode 9. Episode 9. Wow, it's dragging on slowly. All right, so let's get straight into it. Erica's party. Tahiri spazzes out. She walks out. She leaves. That's pretty much where they left off last week. And Sin and Jonathan, they are trying to explain to Erica what happened. So it looks like Erica is pretty much pleading Tahiri's case. And then they bring up Joe. It just seems pointless at this point. No, I don't even know what's going on anymore. And again, I ask, what is this really all about? Like, aren't Sin and Joe broken up? So what conversation? But again, I get it. It's just for the show. So we move on to see Cousin Chrissy. Yay! So Cousin Chrissy meets up with her old friend. Flunky friend. I don't know. I get confused. Olivia. December. G-Unit. Olivia. Olivia is back for whatever reason, ladies and gentlemen. And she has some unfinished business. Okay? So Chrissy... boy. Chrissy has a new ally. This should be fun. So Chrissy said that she is still mad at Olivia. For what? For something that we probably don't even remember that happened way back in season 2. But VH1 was gracious enough to pan back to when Olivia actually spoke up and disagreed with Chrissy for the first time in her career on the show. And Mona even said to her in the flashback clip, wow, you know, Olivia is speaking up for herself, something along those lines. That's pathetic. You're an adult. And if Chrissy has a problem with you speaking up for yourself, then that's Chrissy's problem. Anywho, so Chrissy says that she is willing to let it go. I think it's because she has no alliance. Kimbella is a little shaky, you know, a little untrustworthy because she don't really care for Kimbella either. It's just to get under Yandy's skin. So she has no one else. So she pretty much will take whatever she can get. Good for you. Good for you, Cousin Chrissy. So Olivia, she's been dealing with life, and she feels like it's time to get back to business as it pertains to music. She revealed that she is scheduled to work with Fresher, and I said, uh-oh, yikes, hashtag yikes. And she has beef with Rich, okay? Who doesn't? So Rich and Olivia, they recorded music back when she was on the episode. They flashed back to when Rich was crying, saying, I just want to see you win. Oh, I just want to see you. Oh, God. So she has beef with him because she is saying that he took all of the money for himself. This is according to her. Like, they recorded maybe 2 or 3 songs and she didn't get broke off with any cash. So she has proof that all of the money went to him. So she feels betrayed because Rich was like a brother for her and he cried in the woods saying that he wanted to see her win. So she believed him. All right, moving on. Yandy. So we see Yandy in the back of a Uber XL, it looks like, and she's bummed out. She's overwhelmed. Mendici's release is taking longer than they had hoped for. And he tells Yandy that the jail that Yandy was protesting outside of, I don't know if you guys saw that in the media, she ended up getting maced. That particular jail that she was protesting outside of is where... that's the same jail where his paperwork, I'm sorry, y'all, I'll get distracted by looking at my computer. That's where the paperwork, his paperwork for his release has to pass through. Yikes. You know, yeah, so that made Yandy even more stressed out because now she feels like, oh my gosh, what if this is going to jeopardize, you know, Mendice's coming out of jail because, you know, Yandy's out here being a rebel rouser or whatnot. So is that going to hold up the process? But if you don't already know, I did report on this on my What the Friday show, which is a weekly show that comes on every Friday right here on the channel. You know, make sure you check it out. Anyway, so Mendices is actually released from jail. So he's back home with his family. So that's good. I still want to know if Yandy has that foster daughter and Mendices living under the same roof. I'm curious. Moving along. Remy, finally. Oh my gosh, we see Remy, but Remy is sad. So Remy and Pap are meeting up with Remy's friend. I don't know what her title is, her professional title is, but anyway, they're meeting with her friend and they're discussing this recent legal situation that Remy was in over the summer. We all know that everything is resolved now, but this is that Brittany Taylor girl who used to be on the show a couple seasons ago, and she accused Remy of basically cold cocking her. And again, we know that Remy was found innocent, and she's just stressing because she can't afford to go back to jail or get in any type of legal trouble. Like, it's like she's come too far. You know, Pap, you can see that he's visibly frustrated, and he just vows to keep his wife protected. You know, this case is just distracting Remy from completing her album because she still owes the label an album. So, you know, she's balancing being a mother to a young child, you know, this legal situation where she was lied on and said she did something that she didn't do. She just got off of parole or probation, I think it was. And she got to complete an album. It's just a lot going on for her. So her friend is giving her sound advice, and Pap is right there supporting his queen. I love to see it. We move on to see Yandy and her friend Jamila. So they are discussing the prison reform project that they're part of, or that they came up with. And Jamila is showing Yandy the living conditions of some of these inmates in a particular prison. So Yandy is kind of on the fence as it pertains to protesting for these inmates versus staying out of trouble as not to jeopardize Mendici's release. Now, I wonder if this scene was out of order, because is this the picture? No, I think this was a completely different jail, because Jamila was protesting with Yandy outside of that jail where Yandy got maced. So I think this was a different jail that she was referring to. Anyway, so, you know, Yandy, she's on the fence. You know, she wants to be down for the cause, but she doesn't want to do anything to jeopardize Mendici's coming out of jail. So back to Olivia. Now, she is excited to be working with Fresher for whatever reason. And she said that she did her homework on him. You sure, sis? And guess what Fresher and Olivia have in common? That's right. You guessed it. Their beef with Rich Dollars. So once again, Fresher is claiming to be a victim of Rich Dollars. He's just talking about Rich did me dirty. He took my artist, blah, 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 blah. And I just can't wait to see how this turns out when I was watching this. So we shift over to Erica and Tahiri. Tahiri shows up to Erica's place. She apologizes for her outburst at her party. Tahiri, she basically tells Erica about her health scare. They go together to the doctor. She has a mammogram, biopsy, whatever done. Everything ends up being fine. Thank God. Happy for you. Moving along, back to Remy. Now, she's, again, stressing over this case. She's worried about going back to jail, leaving her family. And you know what? I really think that Brittany girl should be locked up for lying. You know, wasting, you know, taxpayers' resources. You conjured up this entire lie that Remy hit you. You know what I mean? And Remy was actually on house arrest while this investigation was going on. So I think she was on house arrest for a short period of time. And I remember when I talked about this on my What the Friday show, every Friday right here on the channel, Remy's lawyer, she didn't say that they were going to be like trying to sue Brittany Taylor, but she, you know, she was very adamant about some sort of compensation is owed to Remy. And I agree. I totally agree. Her being a public figure, her having gone through the prison system, serving her time, you know, you just throw this accusation out there. You know, what if she didn't have a judge that ruled in her favor? What if she didn't have a good lawyer? Like, people would have been inclined to believe this because of situations from her past. So I do think that there should be some legal ramifications for this little twerp, Brittany Taylor, lying on people. Girl, you might want to stay out of New York. Moving on, again, back to Rich and Olivia, brother and sister at odds. So, and Fresher, again, they're in the studio. And it's good to see Fresher actually doing some work, right? I don't think we saw him at the radio station a Hot 97, but I don't remember seeing him at the soundboard in the studio bopping and acting like he's actually making some beats and stuff or hearing anything. So it's good to see. So Fresher invited Rich to the studio. And of course, Rich takes the invite. He says, as he's walking down the street, he says that he took the meeting with Fresher with the intention to gloat about stealing Janeski from him. Rich walks in and he sees Olivia. Now, Olivia had no idea that Rich was coming. And of course, Rich had no idea that Fresher and Olivia knew each other, were working together, and that she was going to be there. So Rich is he's ticked off, but he's playing it cool. He was like, touche, my man, touche. So Olivia has her back turned, Rich is trying to talk to her and she's giving him her ponytail. And then like a couple seconds pass and she wastes no time going in on him. Okay. Fresher, he excused himself. Fine. And Rich says that he basically owned the record December and he didn't steal anything from Olivia. Olivia says, you're lying. I have records from so-and-so. Cisco's name was brought up. And I'm like, who is Cisco? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's the guy that Tierra Marie was dating, right? Cisco, bald guy. Was he originally on New York? Wasn't he in LA? Listen, Mona, you confusing me with all of this castmate swapping. Correct me if I'm wrong, Royal Family, but wasn't Cisco the bald guy that was messing with Tierra Marie? Wasn't he? Tierra Marie was on LA. Tierra Marie was never in New York, right? Anyway, so she calls Rich a liar. She says, I have the proof. Something about Cisco. Then she mentions someone else. She's seen the paperwork and all of the money, the proceeds from December and another song went to Dollars Unlimited Inc., which is Rich's company. So Rich is just trying to say, I didn't steal. Olivia walks out, episode ends. So I said, okay. So next week, we're going to see Cisco and Rich go at it. Yandy and Kimbella are going to go at it as well. And it's like, Kimbella, girl, you doing too much. And all you hear is Jonathan, oh my, Yandy, get her, Yandy. He is always in the middle of some mess. So Royal Family, that was painless, right? Real quick. Excuse me. I mean, it was enjoyable. Not enjoyable. I mean, it was something to watch. I enjoyed Love and Hip Hop Miami better than I enjoyed Love and Hip Hop New York. So it'll be interesting to see what Olivia is going to be doing going forward. It's like, okay, now what? So you and Rich are going to be fighting what? This episode, you kind of got into it. Next episode, you see his mother telling him that Olivia owes him money. I like Rich's mother. I really do. Because she really knows how simple her son is. And she gives it to him. So we'll see what will become of that. I guess a bunch of unnecessary fights next week. So Royal Family, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Please, on your way out, hit the thumbs up button. Like this video if you enjoyed the quick commentary that I provided you today. Before you leave, also, please drop down in the comments. Let me know if you've seen this episode. Let me know if you don't care. I still appreciate the participation. If you haven't done so already, consider hitting the subscribe button. We would love to have you join our royal family. We are growing. I appreciate all of you. You guys are making the morning show so much fun. Okay, make sure you catch me right here on the channel, The Morning Boogie with me, Royal B. Just a little morning pick-me-up live show. Usually I am live at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. So for those of you who don't have your notifications on, make sure your notifications are set to all so you don't miss any of my uploads. And I look forward to more of you joining the morning show just so we can get our day started and have a little bit of fun. It's a lot more relaxed. It's not pretty uniform, but I do go into talking about just topics that pique my interest. So far, I really like the response. Some of you are really enjoying the commentary, and I greatly, greatly appreciate your love and support. But I gotta go, okay, Royal Family? So make sure your notifications are on because I will be back soon. Until next time, family, peace.